Hello, welcome to this video today. We will be talking about conic sections, and will be a part one of a two-part, kind of like three-part video. The third part is kind of a side video on finding and putting conic sections into their standard form using completing the square, but for these we're just looking at, given the equation in standard form, how are we going to sketch the graph of, in this case for part one, a parabola and a circle. So that's what you should be able to do by the end of this particular video. So what I'd like to do real quick is just show you what a conic section is, in case you haven't heard this. Again, this is a little bit of review from Algebra 2, but I've got this little demonstration here. And notice that I have two cones put together, and I have a slice right through it, and I make a circle. If I change that slice, and I'm going to change the way this slice inclines, so the plane is now at an incline, I'm going to get a different figure, and this figure, okay, is like an oval shape. That oval shape is called an ellipse, and if I go far enough, okay, I'm not going to cross that. I'm only going to cross one and pass through that, and that is a parabola. And if I keep inclining, I'm going to eventually get through both of them, and if I get through both of them, I have, the two black spots here, I have what's called a hyperbola. Okay, so it's like two parabolas. So I've got four different things. I've got a circle and a parabola, which we do today, and then on my next video I will do an ellipse and an hyperbola. So let's take a look at what we do with these things and how we graph them. So here's the general or vertex form of a parabola, and there's a whole lot of other vocabulary involved called the directrix and the focus and all of those things, and I'm not really going to cover that in this video. I'm only going to cover how to graph them and identify if it's going to go up or down or left or right, and that depends on whether it's x equals or y equals and which one is squared. So here is how you can determine if it's left or right or up or down. HK is the vertex, so in each of these cases I can find the vertex by h comma k, and notice they're switched in this one because of the y being squared, and we're going to go ahead and graph it. So a couple things you can do is, when you do this, you can graph it step-by-step method, or you can use the method I'm going to show you, which is just to find the vertex and use a couple of points on either side, and that'll graph it pretty simply that way. So let's take a look at, now if you don't have them, again, if you don't have them in general form or vertex form, you need to put them in that form, and I'll be doing that on a different video. Let's take a look at a couple, at least one example here. We'll do a couple if we can get through it in speed and quick enough time here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to first find the vertex. So the vertex of this one is 4, comma, negative 3. Remember, it is the opposite of this. That's not what I put down there. Actually, it's 4, positive 3. What do I have here? Yep, plus k. Okay, negative h plus k. So it's 4, comma, 3. So we're going to go to that, 4, comma, 3. And we're going to plot a point. And then we need to know if it's up or down or left and right, is because the y is not squared and the x is. This is an up or down one. So we know it's going to be up or down. So we're going to choose a point. It's easiest to choose the next number right here to the left and to the right of 4. So we're going to choose 3 and 5. I'm just going to make a little xy table here. So I'm going to choose x equals 3. I'm going to plug it in right here, and it's going to give me 1. 1 squared is 1, 2 plus 3 is 5. And I'm going to choose 5, and it should give me the exact same thing. 5 minus 4 is 1, 1 squared is 1, 2 plus 3 is 5. It should be the same because, remember, a parabola is symmetric. So I'm going to go up one here, and there's my sketch. Let's take a look at the next one. So with this one, I'm going to do the same thing. This one I do know, however, this one is left or right. My vertex is going to be negative 4, comma, -1. Remember that this is h and this is k. So I'm going to go to -4, -1, and make my vertex. Now this is going to go left or right. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to pick one value that's for y, that's here and here. So I'm going up or down this time. So my y value here is going to be 0 or -2. So I'll put 0 in here, and I'm going to get 0 plus 1 is 1 squared. 1 is -3. It's going to give me -7. I'm going to put -2 in here. I'm going to get 1, -1. -1 squared is +1. -3, -4 is -7. This should come out to be the same because, again, it is symmetry. So 0, -7 is going to be here. And -2, -7 is here. Remember, this is y and x, so don't get confused. I went y is 0, x is -7. And then I'm going to draw my parabola like this. So this is a left and right parabola. It goes sideways. Okay, so let's take a look at, again, so just real quickly, you're going to take and find the vertex using the vertex form, and then you're going to take one value on the left or the right, or up or down, depending on which way your parabola is going to go, because you've identified that. And you're going to just plug in the values and find two values on either side of it, and you know by symmetry it should be the same. Let's take a look at another one. This is this circle. The standard form of a circle is here, where h and k is the center of the circle and r is the radius. So these are actually pretty easy to graph. We'll take a look at one example here. The step method that you want to do is just find the center, graph the radius. So let's take a look at this problem. First, find the center. So the center for this one is going to be 2, comma, -3. Okay, because we're talking about x and y here. And my radius is going to be the square root of whatever I have here. Okay, which in this case the radius is 3. And why did I square root it? Because if we look back at the general form, I have r squared. So this number is r squared. So if I want to find the square root, if I want to find what r is, I'm going to square root that so that this becomes 3 squared, and I know that r is 3. Okay, so I'm going to go to the center, which was 2 and -3. So 2 down 3. And I'm going to go up 3. 1, 2, 3. Put a point there. Over 3. 1, 2, 3. Put a point there. 1, 2, 3. Down. 1, 2, 3. Over here. And this is going to give me the outside points of my circle. So just do the best you can to draw a circle. Again, you know, I'm not great. Circles are kind of hard to draw here. So I'm going to end up with a fuzzy circle. But, okay, this is my circle. As long as you connect those 4 points and you do your best job at drawing that circle, you got your circle. Okay, so the thing to remember is, where is the center? What is the radius? And I think you got the circle. So that's it. Here are a couple of practice problems. So I encourage you to take a look at these practice problems and sketch the graph, and they will be on the whisk. Thanks a lot for joining me. Oh, I'm done. Thanks.